Welcome to Rebel Chaser. My name is Gail, and I have a clip for you from Judge West in Texas. She has a defendant who would like to get his bond lowered. The only thing is, he's had some issues while he's been in jail. And I'll just leave it there and I'll let you guys watch.
All right, sir, are you Michael Brasher? And Mr. Brasher, in cause number 23 DCCR 0944, you're charged with aggravated assault against a public servant. And give me a second here. That's from May 31st of 2023. Okay. Did we have a hearing on the code? Yes, this all sounds familiar. We did. On Mr. Adame, right? Yes. Mr. Adame is the one that was driving. Yes. And Mr. Brasher was the passenger.
Yes.
Okay. And this was an alleged shooting. Where was this? At the Sadie's Bar and Grill. Cops had been already called. We had a whole hearing with an officer here, maybe. Yeah.
It was Mr. Coleman's case, but I believe that is the case, Judge.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Rojas was on.
Yeah, we had actual testimony on Mr. Adame's with regard to, and so, I mean, obviously, I'm going to take notice of what I recall from that. There was an officer that came and testified with regard to what happened. They were called. There were some shots fired. They're called out. They get there, and then there's more shots fired in their direction. One of the officers testified that one of the bullets that came very close, in that he could hear it or kind of feel, how close it came to him. So that's going to be taken into consideration, obviously. And so the current bond on Mr. Brasher said it what? $250,000. Mr. Brasher, the best you can, raise your right hand, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can proceed.
Judge, Mr. Brasher, of course, understands that he's charged with serious allegation here. His family has been trying to come raise the funds to make that bond. At this point, they've only been able to come up with about $3,000. They have a bondsman who would work with them if the bond was in line of between $75,000 to $100,000. And I believe the co-defendant's bond was reduced to $100,000. So we are asking that it's more in line with that. Now, of course, he's been in custody now for about 7 months at this point. Part of that at San Patricio County, where he did have pending charges at that time. He's been put on a straight probation over there, and then was brought here. Which brings up another one of the reasons we're asking for this relief, so he can get out to start the intensive outpatient treatment, which is a part of that probation, Judge, as well as get back to work. That's kind of his dilemma. They don't have the funds and resources to try to bond him out, but he does have a job available that once he gets out to work, take care of expenses, including possibly retaining his own attorney if need be, or following whatever conditions that the court will want, as well as my understanding of the conditions that's already been placed on him with that probation. There will be a lot of contact between him and the probation department, which will help ease any concerns the court may have on any public safety while he's out on his actions. And of course, he's willing to comply with any additional bond restrictions the court will want.
What are you on probation for?
Felony DWI and possession of controlled substance.
What are the offense dates of those?
Felony 3, I believe.
No. What date did they happen?
2022.
2022. Okay. before those cases, have you ever been convicted or on probation for a felony?
No, ma'am.
So what I'm looking at are some jail incident issues. One of the issues that gives me concern is from January 30th. And that's where there were 4 bottles that were body wash bottles with the labels peeled off, that they believe that, I guess the slang word for what is made is hooch in the jail. They were all different colors than what the body wash is when they first get it, which obviously goes towards what the issue is with treatment. Outpatient treatment's not going to do it. If you're trying to do stuff in jail, then I'm not comfortable with that whole situation. Mr. Smith.
Judge, states can be adamantly opposed to lower the bond in this case. I believe that Mr. Brasher was the shooter in the case. DNA comes back from the gun as a single contributor in the octillion range. There may have been testimony in the initial hearing that the driver said that this defendant had the gun on the hill to make him drive there.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Other than considering that incident, which I think.
Well, there's others. There was an issue on the 28th of February. Where Mr. Brasher and a Mr. Patillo were fighting. On the 1st of March, there was another one. Multiple inmates continued to stay on the phone after attempts to get them off. Most of them finally did, other than they listed another guy and Mr. Brasher. Finally, they did. And then on February 12th, where he had 2 sets of jumpers and was putting trash bags with water in them to put in the legs, I guess, to try to work out, which is against the rules. So not following the rules in jail while you're on probation for a felony, while you're waiting on court date for a 1st-degree felony. So I'm going to deny the motion to reduce the bond, and we will set the case for an announcement and see where we get from there. You can go back with the bailiff.
So I don't quite understand. I've worked out a time or two in my life. In fact, I used to be a bodybuilder, but that was a long time ago, like 40 years ago. But how do you lift weights with trash bags in the legs of a jumper? I guess maybe curls, use them for curls and bench press. I mean, I don't know if you can bench press that, but I just don't get it. It'd be too flimsy. And if you want to get out of jail, making hooch while you're in there might not be the best idea. It just might not be. Just a thought. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.